Today's show is brought to you by Southpaw Customs. Southpaw Customs is the official apparel brand of the Rachel Run Show. Southpaw Customs also designs and prints one-of-a-kind shirts, hoodies, and tumblers for large and small orders for businesses and individual orders. Visit spcustoms6.com. That's www.spcustoms6.com and tell Erica Rachel sent you. Also, make sure you help the show and purchase your official Rachel Runs gear by visiting www.spcustoms6.com and click on the Rachel Runs link. The Rachel Runs podcast is also brought to you by EBR Studio out of Feasterville, Pennsylvania. EBR Studio focuses on weddings, events, portrait, and product photography. EBR Studio is also the master at doing promo shoots and ad campaigns. I'm talking to you businesses and influencers. They are published worldwide, I know, because I've been on a few covers. If you have a wedding or event coming up, or if you're in the market for portraits or promo shots, go to www.ebrstudio.com. That's www.ebrstudio.com. Tell Bill Rachel sent you. EBR Studio is my official photographer and the official photographer of the Rachel Runs Show. As you know, we're all about health and wellness here. I have a great new product for you. You've probably heard of it and seen it on Instagram. It's called Liquid IV. I've actually been using it for years, back when they were a smaller company. Now I'm blessed enough to be working with them. If you haven't tried it before, it is a great add-in to your water that you just mix with your water bottle. And one water bottle with one packet of Liquid IV, just one packet, is like drinking 3 water bottles. So it really is a hydration multiplier. This is fantastic for runners, athletes, and anybody that works out. Mix it in your water bottle before you go to the gym. Use it on your long runs, and runners in the summertime. This stuff is great. Now, best part is they've given me a really, really good promo code. All caps, Rachel_runs will get you not only 25% off your whole order, but free shipping. I don't know about you guys, but free shipping is like a big thing of mine with online shopping. So make sure you use my promo code, all caps, Rachel_runs. It's the same as my Instagram handle, and you will get 25% off and free shipping on your Liquid IV order. Hey everyone, on this week's episode of Rachel Runs, you all get to meet my significant other, Ryan, and we get to talk about how we try to live a healthy lifestyle and a little bit about men's fitness. So stay tuned.
T-minus 90 seconds and counting. All systems are go. We're about 90 seconds. T-minus 60 seconds and counting. Coming up on a go for auto sequence start. T-minus 17 seconds and counting. 15, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, start, 2, 1, boost ignition, and liftoff.
Going to turn on that steam factor into Taco Bell? I can't go to Taco Bell. I'm on an all-carb diet. God, Karen, you are so stupid.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Rachel Runs. We're glad to be back up and running after a few weeks off. So this week, I thought it would be fun to bring on my handsome boyfriend, Ryan, who also is very much into health and fitness. So I figured he could definitely give some insight into men's health and some tips for getting started in the gym, because men's health is very different from women's health.
A little bit.
And I'm like all into running and he's all into lifting. So, Ryan, why do you have to be in shape for your job? Because that's how it started, right? Or did you start working out before you got your job?
I've always wanted to be in good shape and felt that's where I needed to be. Role models growing up as a kid, everything like that. But starting off kind of police career field, looking for that direction, and then actually went military. So my job actually requires a very high level of fitness and standards and where you need to be and what you need to be doing. So.
The standards are ridiculous. So I thought like I'm in good shape, and I'm like, oh yeah, I run marathons. And then I saw like a PDF of what you have to, the standards they have to meet, like their physical fitness test, and it is insane. Like with a couple of the things on there, like all the running things I could totally do, but then there's a lot of
We
crazy.
may have you on one of the running things because it's the 100-meter sprint with 53 pounds in each hand.
So that's like, a few cats I got to carry.
A few cats, just a couple. Yep.
Yeah, so it's all weird. It's all really like crazy things. And to be honest, I think some of them like have got to be so painful on your back, like running with 50-pound dumbbells in your hands. Like can't be good for you. But I get the whole purpose of why you have to do it. But they made it kind of harder this year, right? Standards.
Well, it's kind of flux back and forth. It got very hard at one point, and we were all a little bit worried. And then we finally got the new one out that seems a little bit easier, so we should be all right. But it's there for a reason, so we have to
keep you in shape,
maintain that standard,
which I appreciate. I also benefit from. But you've been rucking a lot. So while we were quarantined, I think you only you weren't rucking like a whole lot. I remember like when we first started dating.
Yeah.
Like actually, I was out for a run with my friend, and you were out for a ruck. Mm-hmm. And apparently, you waved to me, and I didn't see you.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't see him. I was on a long run with a friend, and he was out rucking, and he claims that he stood and waved to me.
But hold on, it wasn't just a wave; it was the Forrest Gump wave. It was over in the corner, but she just kept on running.
I don't remember seeing him, and if it was the end of a long run, I was probably tired. It had to have been. Well, no, it probably wasn't warmer weather because we had just started dating, so it was actually winter.
Yeah.
But yeah, you've been rucking recently. Like, what's the weight that you usually go with?
So my last ruck was a 6-mile ruck with 70 pounds. And then my total time on that was 1 hour and 11 minutes.
You see, I'd rather just run with no weight on me. And I just feel like that's gotta be so difficult on your knees and on your lower back, which might I add that you're having severe back pain recently?
That's all right. Well, it is, but it's a standard that you have to maintain because with our job, you're going to have to carry your equipment and go those long distances. So you can't just do it cold turkey,
In other words, pick a job where you don't have to carry heavy things. Like me. I sit at a computer and I pick up the phone. That's about it.
I love my job.
You do. So, I get the whole reason for the test and the different things they have you do. It's extreme. But if you love it, then it makes sense. Now, before you got your job and doing what you do now, you still were into fitness and going to the gym and everything?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. I think that was just kind of my upbringing, and my role models as a child were always, the Rambo, the Schwarzenegger. So I thought in my mind that's what it needed to be. So I just felt fitness was the right, direction to go, and that just left something in my mind that was like, oh, okay, I need to always maintain the standard. Yeah,
I think for me growing up, similar, I had a lot, like fitness was a big thing in my household, but it was more like aerobics and jazzercise. But that's, like the typical, back in the early 90s, that was the typical woman's workout. You get Schwarzenegger, I get Jane Fonda.
Oh, what was the guy's name? With the
Richard Simmons.
Yep.
A treasure for us all. We love him. But I feel like that's one thing we have in common, and I think it is important in a relationship to have some commonalities and similar mindsets. Like we both prioritize being in shape, working out, eating healthy. Well, you're better at it though. You're definitely better at the eating healthy part. I've got a huge sweet tooth. But Ryan's introduced me to really cooking more at home and cooking fresh vegetables, things like that. So that's rubbed off on me in the last year, fortunately.
Yep. You're welcome on that part.
Oh, thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I love why you started cooking, though. What you tell everybody, your whole reason for why you started cooking.
Okay, so my first apartment, I was poor. I love to eat, so I had to learn how to cook because I can't afford to go out to those restaurants. So I learned how to cook really well.
But to be fair, like we eat way better than what we get in most restaurants.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like after this, we're gonna have lamb chops.
Lollipop lamb chops.
Oh, they're so good.
Some twice baked potatoes and some vegetables.
We definitely enjoy what we eat though. Like we don't just eat all super clean and healthy. But if you are working out and active all the time, you can enjoy some of those things, just not giant portions of them.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing you're having to learn though, is like my portions are half the size of yours. I just
still
can't.
working on that aspect. I'm used to a larger portion, obviously, to feed myself, and she gets the plate that's the same as mine, and she's like,
"Oh, like the protein pancakes this morning, there were so many of them, and I gave them to the dog."
Which he appreciates.
Yes, he does love them. They are great. But yeah, so we'll work on that. So one of the things I wanted to do was a Newlywed Game style set of questions. I figured we could do them fitness related, since we both poke at each other a lot regarding, working out and eating. So there's just a few questions. So the first one was, what is each other's favorite exercise?
Mm-hmm.
So my answer for you was squats.
Really?
Yeah. What is your favorite exercise?
Really?
That's what I figured, because you squat a lot at the gym.
Wow. No, that's not my favorite.
What is your favorite?
The reason that's not my favorite is because, actually, truth be told, going into the military, I could barely do a squat.
Oh,
because it was something that I never.
Because you want like perfection in your form and like as low as possible.
I was very bad at it, so it's.
I know, but now when you see me doing them, you're
between that, you know how my back is, so like I don't do them that often because.
Deadlifts? Deadlifts? No.
Well, deadlifts are up there, yeah. So it's incline bench press with dumbbells.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was way off. I figured it was something to do with lower body. Or maybe that's just me because I'm constantly staring at your lower body.
Oh,
yes.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I get the butt from hiking a lot.
Oh, them incline rucking.
Exactly. So yours is pretty easy. Running.
Yes. That's a given. I was like, if you don't get that,
I mean, I get 2 points or 1 point.
No, that's like the easiest question. Oh, wait, because I got you wrong? No, that don't count for nothing. Okay, least favorite exercise. I just said yours was running because you're not as into it as I am. And
so you're partially. So I don't have a least favorite. I have ones that take more motivation to do, which would be cardio workouts.
Is that what you put down? Cardio?
Yeah, cardio.
Yeah, so, okay,
so she is right.
That is right. I'm taking a point on that.
I'll do them. Just takes a little bit more.
And you do them well. I mean, you were a good sport and have done races with me. And
so there was a 10-miler, or you could do the 5K, right? So she signed me up for the 5K.
Because it was his first race with me.
It doesn't matter. It's my first race. Of course, if you're doing 10, I'm going to do 10.
He did the 10, and he did well.
But I finished with a good time.
You did.
Doesn't matter what I look like.
I'll pull up those photos. There were photos through the race. I don't know. He's doing something weird with his arm. However you got to get through it.
You run the way you run, and I'll run the way I. So for yours, I'd say deadlifts.
What would I even put? No, push-ups.
Really?
Hate push-ups because I have no upper body strength. None whatsoever. I hate push-ups so much.
Deadlifts will help your push-ups.
How are deadlifts going to help?
Because they work everything, really.
Well, I like deadlifts, so I guess I'll do those. I mean, I can't. I would say pull-up, but I can't even do one, so I really can't put it as a least favorite exercise.
Yeah, so after this, there's going to be some kind of challenge where you got to do push-ups. I don't like to call them girl push-ups. I do need push-ups. That's the nice term to call them. Okay. All right.
Worst health or fitness habit. I said for you, lifting too heavy when your body needs a break.
So that's true. Yep. I put pretty much that I overlift and I continued to go, and days off were never really a thing until COVID hit, I guess.
You have been in so much pain all week to the point where you went and got a massage because you were in that much pain.
But I did good this week and I didn't lift. So
did you lift on Friday?
I had to, though.
Why'd you have to?
Because I took all week off. So if you take all week off, I had to do something light. I did not do heavy weights. I did kind of all over, get the blood flowing back into it before the weekend, since I wasn't lifting for the weekend. So it gets my body back into that same form.
No, you take off until the pain subsides. Are you still in pain? Were you not having an ice pack on your neck yesterday in the car?
Of course I was.
Yeah.
I'm healing.
Ah, okay. Are you going to lift on Tuesday? Because we're not going into work tomorrow. Are you lifting on Tuesday?
Yes.
Oh, okay, great.
Yes.
So what did you say was my worst Health or fitness habit?
Your diet. It is a focus that I think you need to work on, is eating meals at a regular time, breakfast, lunch, dinner, have the right snacks.
Yeah, I skip meals a lot.
And then I know it helps you sleep, but meals before you go to sleep do not help.
I sleep better with a full stomach, but yeah, I'm a midnight snacker. So if I wake up, I have a little snack because it helps me fall back asleep.
Okay.
But I also,
yes,
I am happy. I eat when I'm hungry. So if I'm not hungry, I'm not going to force myself to eat lunch. So yes, my meal times are irregular, but I listen to my body.
I know. Everybody needs the caloric intake at certain points during the day.
I honestly thought you were going to call me out on my water intake.
Well, that too.
I really thought that's what
you're doing better now. That's for sure.
Well, because we got a bunch of the liquid IV, so we're playing around with that, and it does taste good. So I like that.
I know the water has to taste like it just came from Alaska and freezing cold.
He drinks warm water. It's the most disgusting thing.
Better for your body.
But is it really better for my body if I'm not going to drink it at all because it's gross and warm?
It's not better, but
your body processes it better. I get that. I'm not disagreeing with you scientifically.
Okay.
But if I'm not going to drink it because it doesn't taste good because it's warm and gross, then it's really not doing me any good. So if the only way I'm going to drink water is because it's nice ice cold, then that is better for me.
Okay.
Are you going to concede?
I'll put ice in your glass every time, buddy.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I think I put like 12 ice cubes in that glass this morning. Because you just put the water filter in the fridge. It was totally warm. Like the ice melted immediately, so it was obviously warm.
That's perfect.
It's so gross. Like your water could be in your car, like that water jug you carry around, and it's totally warm, and you just drink it all day. I don't know how.
Gotta stay hydrated.
I mean, I give you like a ton of credit because you drink more water than anybody I know. So and it's working. So whatever, you win that one, but.
Wait, what?
You win that one. That's one. It's one. It's one. It's just one.
Yeah, play that back.
This is okay. Last question. Biggest gym pet peeve.
Okay.
I'm sure yours. I said young people because every time you come over to the gym, you complain about the young people.
Okay, so number one, you're calling me old.
Yep, I am. He's older than me.
All right. So no, it wasn't young people.
And what is your?
I don't age discriminate. Everyone can get the same.
Everybody can annoy you at the same.
My biggest pet peeve is, so you go to the gym, you have this huge rack of weights against the wall, and there's a mirror against the wall. Person goes up, grabs the weights, and feels the need to stand right there in front of all the weights, in front of the mirror as close as possible, blocking all the weights, and no one else
they
can
don't even move back.
And just do like shoulder raises right in front of everybody, so you can't get to the weight.
And what's funny is you can still see yourself in the mirror if you take a few steps back. It's not going to affect anything.
And it's actually better for you.
You're good.
It's better for you. You're using extra muscles with that weight to step back. Oh, goodness.
What did you say mine was?
I'd probably say something to do with treadmills. If people are taking them up and you can't use them, or you want to stay on the treadmill instead of use other things like the classes.
So mine's kind of like two things. So one, I do hate when people on the treadmills get like weirdly competitive, like the people next to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like they seem to be concerned with whatever you're doing rather than focusing on their own workout, which is weird to me. Then the other one though is just like weird perverts at the gym.
And there are so many of those.
Well, not like
that's for sure. No, there are.
If I'm on the elliptical, and like at the one gym I was going to before COVID, the ellipticals faced a window, so I could see the reflection of everything going on behind me. There's a complete row of empty stationary bikes. Why do you got to pick the one bike that's directly behind my butt and sit there and look at my butt for the next half hour? I'm just saying, it's weird and creepy.
So
that's why I like to run or work out at home. Like, there's less social interaction.
That is for sure.
I do like the classes, though.
Crazy people.
The classes are fine because usually everybody's there for the same reason, and and most of the classes I go to, it seems to be mostly girls, like 90% girls, so you're a little more comfortable. But guys don't really seem to have this problem. Like, do girls just sit there and stare at you?
Have you seen me? Of course, they ogle me the whole time.
I mean, I would.
I'm just kidding. No.
I mean,
No.
I harass and ogle you all the time at home.
I think. No, it's just, we're at the gym. I just kind of head down, focus, and get my lift on.
So, do you think we got out of shape during? I don't feel like we got out of shape necessarily, but I don't think we were at our prime.
Not at our primes. COVID definitely took a big strike on me. So before we met, and COVID and all that stuff, I had to go to the gym. Like if I didn't go to the gym during the day, I was cranky, and you've seen me cranky.
It's a nightmare.
All I need is
I keep snacks. My purse all healthy snacks, but I have to feed him throughout the day, including today. When we're running errands because he gets cranky, so there's always snacks in my purse. But so him being
so
cranky
it was like that when I didn't go to the gym during the day. It was pretty bad. It
really affected your mood.
It affected my mood if I didn't get to go, and then when COVID hit, I wasn't allowed to go. I mean, I'd do my workouts at home or run or whatnot.
Do you remember you had the kettlebells and where you put them on a broom to do bicep curls? You put them on either end?
Exactly.
Which I'm like, that's going to end really badly.
Kettlebells, the only stick I had, because it was an Airbnb at the time, was a broom. So I put them on each end of a broom and had to make it work.
Yeah, I mean, I got out of shape with speed work and stuff because there were no races, so I stopped doing speed work. I mean, we both still worked out. I just feel like we kind of were a little more lax about it. That could also be the dating thing. I feel, when you first start dating somebody, you're all happy, so you get all lazy in your happiness, and you eat a lot. Although we eat fairly
that's the
healthy.
thing is we always ate healthy, so it was always a vegetable, always protein and something, or we had a good afternoon. I started packing your lunches for you, so
he does bring me lunches. They're really good. Your go-to though, I like your go-to one. What is it? The ground turkey.
The big meal of the week that makes it nice and easy is a big thing of ground turkey, peppers, red onions, garlic, quinoa, drizzled with honey on top, avocado chopped in there. Kind of meets all the bases. It can be eaten at every meal. Heat it up really easily. Throw an egg on top in the morning, and it's breakfast.
He thinks if you put an egg on top of anything, it's breakfast. I beg to differ. Ground turkey and peppers and quinoa, it's not breakfast, even if you put an egg on it. But it is delicious, and it does give us lunch for several days.
Yeah,
we did that a lot during COVID. I do remember that.
Mm-hmm. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Between that and then just fresh meats and.
Oh yeah, you definitely introduced me to a better quality of meat selection.
Yes,
I just would grab whatever at the grocery store.
She saw the price tag on some things, and she's like, "Wait a minute."
My first grocery store trip with him was $200, and I almost had a heart attack. But then, the meals are so good, so I can't really argue with it. But it's shocking. But I did teach you to coupon a little bit.
This is true. I never used to coupon, and now it has saved a lot, which is very good.
Yeah, so we met in the middle.
Yes, that's for sure.
We still eat really bougie, as I like to say, but on a budget.
Exactly. It still gives me a hard time though, ordering certain things from restaurants.
Yes. He doesn't like to go out to eat just purely because he knows he can cook it better at home. I like going out to eat just for the ambiance. It has nothing to do with the food. I just like to get dressed up, and I like going out and being out among people.
Get dressed up when they're at home.
Getting dressed up at home. It's weird.
Pop the tuxedo on. It'd be great.
You put your Christmas suit on.
Exactly.
He's got a beautiful Christmas suit.
You have to be festive.
It is what is it? Blue and white.
Blue, white, and red. It's got snowmen and snowflakes, and
it's beautiful. He's got a lot of pretty clothes in that closet. So actually, maybe
it hasn't kept you from stealing them.
Maybe it's better that we do eat at home and don't go out if you're going to wear that.
I can dress nice too.
Yes, you did. We went out for Valentine's Day.
Mm-hmm.
I know it probably killed you inside.
No,
but then the next night on actual Valentine's Day, we cooked. We had steak and scallops. Or no, lobsters. I forgot lobster and scallops. Lobster and scallops. And it was amazing. So yeah, that's why he doesn't like to go out to eat as much. And probably, honestly, it's better quality what we're having at home. It's fresh. It's the right portion. It's not gigantic portions. So I get your point.
Know where it came from. Make it with our own hands. And just the markup is insane sometimes. You go to some places compared to what.
And you think I would care more because of how frugal I am? How I, all my shopping all my clothes and everything like that. I never pay full price for anything. I refuse to. So you think I would be like a little more picky about going out to eat when I know like it could be less money to just make it at home.
Yes.
I was probably just because I'm lazy.
That's like a pasta dish. I refuse to buy pasta dishes at restaurants. It's
Wait, what dishes do you not want to buy at restaurants?
mainly pasta.
Yeah.
Pasta or just the things that I cook really well.
But that's everything, so that's not really fair.
So it's, I guess you could say I've become a snob in that as well. It's just, I'll be like, oh, well, I cook this better. So, but
The sad part is that you really can back it up. You can cook it better. So, like, I can't even argue with you on it. Like, I know after this, we're going to have a fantastic dinner. So, although that isn't really homemade. We picked that up from Bagliano's yesterday on our way back from a photo shoot. Amazing market, Italian market. I think we got fresh meatballs, the lollipop lamb chops, twice baked potatoes, tiramisu, limoncello cake.
I was gonna say, don't forget your desserts.
No, we got dessert, but like we're gonna share the dessert, so it's not that bad. We portion it. And we didn't get like a full cake. We got like one slice of tiramisu and one slice of limoncello cake, so it's not that bad.
Which you've had, I haven't had.
I had 2 bites in the middle of the night last night. I did get up because I really didn't want to wait because we fell asleep, or I fell asleep after dinner. And when he woke me up to go to bed, I went to the kitchen, had a couple bites of the tiramisu because I didn't want to wait until today.
So one of these nights, just for fun, I think I may put a lock on the fridge just to see what happens. I don't know if that'll end well for me, but
I don't do it every night, but just once in a while, I like a midnight snack. And the puppers comes out with me, and we both have a little snack together, and then we go back to bed. And we're happy.
Yes, as long as you're happy.
I mean, I run it off or I work it out. Exactly. The last couple of weeks, you know what? That's probably why I haven't been snacking as much the last couple of weeks, because I haven't been able to work out really since surgery. I just started very light workouts this week. So I'm probably not as hungry. So that's probably why I'm not midnight snacking as much.
This is true. When are you going to start taking classes again?
So I'm a little, because this is silly, but in the classes that I take, it's kind of like Orange Theory. It's circuits. And on the treadmill circuit, that's my strong point. Like, that's where I can run and sprint. That's my strong suit. It almost kills me to be like, oh, I got to walk it. Like, that's not, like, I know that I'm capable of running. So I'm kind of like, do I want to go to class and walk on the treadmill, like at an incline? Or do I want to wait like another week and be able to run? It's a little bit of a pride thing, and it's silly. It's super silly and stupid. But
so it's kind of the same as my hurting back, but yes, I had to lift again.
You didn't have to lift. You didn't have to. There was no reason that you had to. It wasn't a requirement that day that you had to lift. Nobody told you had to. But I think maybe, so this week I'm going to keep with the light workouts. I think maybe still not run this week. I think give it one more week.
Okay.
Just to be sure. And then next week start with just a couple short runs and then see how I feel the next day.
Okay.
And maybe one class at the end of this week.
And what does our marathon outlook look like?
So the New Jersey Marathon, which is what I was signed up for right before COVID hit and got canceled. Usually it's in April, but they pushed it back this year tentatively for October. So that means I got to train. Oh, sucks. I have to train during the summer. So it's going to be really hot and sweaty and miserable. So I'll spend the next couple months building a foundation to get ready just for the marathon training. So I'm like solid and have a good foundation to start with, but probably start, I don't know, June. Yeah.
Now, does that one have a pre-qualifier or no?
No, but I can use, if I were to run a really great time, I can use it as a time to get into Boston.
Oh, okay.
Which we have no idea what's happening with Boston because of COVID. What happens to these couple years that people are missing because the race has been canceled? Do people get to use their qualifying time from like the last year for a future Boston, or do they have to requalify again? So that's like a whole thing. And I mean, I didn't have to worry about that because I didn't qualify, but I'm gonna keep trying. Doesn't deter me.
So I know I'm never qualifying for Boston, but am I doing this marathon with you?
I would love it if you did. I think that you would have a great time. Not with me. No, we'll be running separately.
Yeah, you'll be down there making fun of me.
No, but it would be fun because it goes through Like it runs through Asbury Park and goes on part of the boardwalk. Okay. It's beautiful. It is a good marathon. So that gives us a goal to be in shape this summer. Mm-hmm. It'll keep us in shape. But hopefully, I think it'll be held, because I know like a lot of the races just kind of push out till summer and fall now that the vaccines are coming out. So I think it's a safe bet to count on New Jersey. But I'll probably wait until the summer to actually sign up for it, just in case.
Yeah. Now, have you seen anything like restriction-wise on marathons, running events coming out now that there is a vaccine? Do you see anything like that? Like people are mandating that you have it, or
nobody's mandating it yet? Probably because it's not that easy to get. Like I can't just go get the vaccine tomorrow if I want. I'm on a list. Yeah. So I don't think they can mandate that yet. But I think what most races are doing is just cutting the number of people that are allowed to enter. Okay. Like a lot. Like the 10 miler we did, which was super rare to even have a race during COVID. It was like the only one we were able to find that was held in person and not virtual. But they cut the amount of people that were allowed to enter, I think, more than half. So that's probably, it'll be a smaller marathon, which isn't bad. I mean, it doesn't really matter to me. So that's the running plan. And you're supposed to hold the 24-hour run for work. So what is it for again?
So it's 24-hour run challenge hosted by the TACP Foundation. So TACP is what I am in the military. All the money goes to pretty much all the people in my career field that have been killed in action to support their families, college funds, vehicles, homes, really just support their whole family now that that person is no longer with them. Make sure they still have the same good life, everything like that. Make sure we're all a big family. It's a very small career field. There's only about 2,000 of us. So we really like to treat each other like a family and take care of each other.
I know your coworkers are super close by and we see them all the time.
Yep. They're my family. So
they are.
It's one of those things, and we host this event. So for 24 hours, wherever we have the event, there will always be at least one TACP running or walking or crawling at that point, whatever it may be. But there will always be at least one TACP moving for a whole 24 hours. At the end of the event, it's a matter of donations, miles that we've logged, people supported, put it all together, and then all the different ASOSs and everybody gets together, puts their numbers, and the money goes right to the foundation. A really good cause, just to help those families, which I've seen in the background. It's helped a lot with families, their kids, and their futures.
And what is ASOS for anybody listening that doesn't know what that means?
So
what does it stand for?
TACP is what I do. Tactical Air Control Party. ASOS is where I work. It's an Air Support Operations Squadron.
So there you go. So in case you were wondering, because it's like another language to me. But normally when you hold a 24-hour run, you used to do it on base?
So we normally did it on base, which creates some hurdles then of actually getting multiple people just to participate.
Yeah, the public.
So now with COVID, that causes some issues. It might be pretty good. We're brainstorming right now.
I know we were talking about today about where we could hold it.
Over to Ocean City, the Welcome Center has a huge parking lot, and that bridge is 2 miles each direction.
Yeah, the Ocean City 9th Street Bridge, for anybody that's local. Yep. It's super popular for running, and it actually got closed during COVID. Nobody was allowed to run across it or bike across it. It's back open now, thankfully, but it might be a good location to hold an event.
Easy on the eyes. It gives you a little bit more enjoyment instead of going in circles on a track. We're just trying to get out there, get everybody healthy, fit, beat last year's miles. I think our top numbers was 54 miles.
In 24 hours?
Yep.
Oh, we can beat that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Now, see, like, I'm all excited to be a part of this because it just brings out a competitive side of me.
Oh, yes. You're going to put me to shame. But, it's a really good event, and we're going to try to make it a little bit, ramp it up a bit this year. So if we are doing it in the public, get people out there, get some vendors out there, maybe some food trucks, bring the kids out, really, show our heritage, a little bit of heraldry out there as well, so you can see what we're about. And,
is there a website for it?
So if you go through the TACP Foundation website.
I think I remember Googling it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so TACP Foundation, TACP.
Yep, yeah, so you can find all the links there. And then as it gets closer and we actually put everything in order, we'll put a flyer out and let everybody know like how to log on, even if you want to make a donation, or if you want to walk or jog or crawl, it doesn't matter. As long as you put in like, hey, I did a mile today, that's great. We would love it.
Yeah, it's good for a great cause and brings everybody together. Do you know if the other like ASOSs in other locations around the country, do they hold a similar run as well?
Yep. So every ASOS has the 24-hour run, so it's all TACP wide. Every different unit throughout the country has, even the guys that are deployed, whatever location they're deployed out, they'll put something together and try and get everybody in base, involved. So
yeah, like it's a neat challenge, especially right now with, not a lot of races or things to do. If you're a runner or just want to support the cause, definitely check it out.
yeah.
So that's Ryan. That's my other half. I'm not gonna say better half. I ain't giving him that credit. He's my equal half. Thank you for coming on and sharing about what you do and talking about men's health and all that good jazz.
Well, thank you for having me.
All right, guys, we'll see you next week on Rachel Runs.